Namaste everyone, I am Ramyashri. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. In coming days, we have two main eclipses. Firstly, on 18th of September, we have partial lunar eclipse, and on 2nd of October, we have annular solar eclipse. So both these eclipses are not visible to India, but are visible to United States of America, Canada, in the countries of South America, Africa, England, and to much parts of the Europe. Hence, the major amount of effects also would be felt in this region, and not much effects or very minimal amount of effect would be felt in India or any of the eastern countries. But this predictions of Medini Jyotish plus individual moon sign predictions, which I'll be giving in this video, would be applicable to everyone in the world, because there would be a kind of grahana situation, though not visible to our country, will be forming in the transit in Gochara, and that's why this video is of a very essential in nature to watch. So please do watch this video till the end to get the complete information. And if you want to watch only for your individual moon sign, please do watch for your individual moon sign by making use of the timestamp provided in the description. So let's begin with the predictions. So as you can see on the screen, this is how the Kundli will look like if we cast at the time partial lunar eclipse starts on 18th of September. I have taken the place as Washington DC, which is the capital of United States of America, as it is visible in that region. And also the time is at when partial lunar eclipse starts, that is 10 hours 12 p.m. So 22 hours 12 p.m. is 22 hours 12 minutes is what I have taken. So if we cast the chart at this time and for this place, this is how it will look like. So the eclipse will happen in Rishabh Lagna, and the eclipse is happening in Meena Rashi. So moon is in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra, and as per true Rahu, I have taken the true node. In Rahu Ketu position, we have two types, true Rahu and mean Rahu. So I have taken true Rahu nodes here, and Rahu is in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra still, and moon is also in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra. So this eclipse is happening in Uttara Bhadrapad Nakshatra, and we can see it very clearly here. So they are just 4 degrees apart, moon and Rahu, and sun and Ketu the other side. Because it's a full moon, sun and moon should be in opposition. That's when we can call it as full moon, because moon has to receive the complete light from sun to be a full moon, and that's what we can see. On the other hand, sun is conjuncting Ketu and moon is conjuncting Rahu here. So no other planets is participating in this eclipse, and we can also see that Venus has just entered Tula Rashi, which is the 6th house from Rishabh Lagna, and also the Lagna Lord Venus. He has just entered Tula Rashi, and in 0 degree 54 minutes in Chitra Nakshatra 3rd quarter. So this is how the chart looks like. I hope viewers are able to identify the planets, because I have given both North Indian and South Indian planets, and they can even identify the bhavas also. So now moving ahead first with the Medini predictions. So from Medini perspective, we can expect natural calamities, because Meena Rashi is the Rashi of is a Jalatattva Rashi. So flood, heavy rains, these are generally expected. And also because Meena Rashi's Lord Jupiter is in a Prithvi Tattva Rashi, and is not receiving any kind of good aspect, and but is actually aspecting the planets of Surya and Ketu in the 5th house, we can expect some minor amount of earthquake also during this time period. But there won't be much amount of deaths or much amount of loss of life also, because Jupiter is protecting one end of this eclipse. So both 5 and 11 axis is afflicted, and that's why the 5-11 axis, which represents stock markets and gains out of the stock markets, so this will be affected. So we may see many of the investors losing money all of a sudden during this time period, and there could be sudden rise and sudden fall, because it's a full moon. Moon is at a very good position but also afflicted. That's why we may see that all of a sudden there will be a great rise and sudden fall also during this time period. And as I mentioned, natural calamities, flood and heavy rains are very much expected during this time period. So, especially in the western regions, so any places to the western region of the Washington DC, they will actually experience this to a very larger extent. Also, if coming from the India perspective, as we also will have minimal amount of effect. So, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Konkan region, so Goa, or even the coastal Karnataka, Kerala, they also might experience heavy rains and also flood kind of situation. So this is also expected during this time period, but it won't cause major amount of loss of life as the eclipse is not that visible here, but there would be a significant amount of loss from public property perspective. So that's very much expected during this time period. And the next one is the expose of scams. So the public personalities who are leading a very good life with the public support. So these personalities will experience some kind of the hidden stuffs. So people usually who are involved in the scams or any kind of illegal scandals, so this truth will come out and they might have to suffer. There could be some problem of to their public image also. So they may lose that image also. So that is one thing noted, because Venus has already moved out of it, but Rahu, who represents that public image and personality and all, so there could be a dip in that, because Sun is also that status and dignity. So Sun is also getting afflicted right now. And as I mentioned, in next 15-20 days, we have solar eclipse also. Uh, that's why during that time period, this could be even much higher. So this one is noted. And the next is ruling government may suffer. So considering that we have US presidential elections in the West, during this time period, because of Sun being heavily afflicted with Ketu and is about to suffer from an eclipse, and also it is in 6-8 axis of Kalpurush Kundli, and from the United States America's Lagna, we have two theories here. Some consider Mithun has Lagna for United States of America, and some even consider Simha Lagna has the Lagna for United States of America. So, if you are taking from the Mithun Lagna perspective, it would be 410 axis. So, this again affects the president of the ruling government currently. So, they may suffer with some amount of backslashes, and the ruling government may have to answer their people, which won't actually help them in the coming elections. So there could be some problems which the ruling government may actually suffer during this time period. And the acting president of some countries may start facing heat of their decisions made before. So because it's happening in the 410 axis from the Mithun Lagna, the acting president of some countries may start facing some kind of backlashes and some kind of problems also. That is, people might revolt against them, or people may not accept their theories, and people may not consider their decisions to be fruitful, and there could be some withdrawal of those as well. So current time period, because Sun is also getting afflicted and is about to be afflicted in an eclipse kind of situation in coming days, so the ruling government in the western countries will not have a good time period. So these are some major eclipse predictions from the Medini Jyotish point of view, because Sun is not in a good position, and Saturn is Vakri right now, and Sun doesn't have much support apart from the Jupiter. So the bureaucracy might help you to a certain extent to cover up yourself, but it won't serve you for a longer time period, because from 9th of October onwards, Guru, Jupiter is also turning Vakri. So the October 2nd solar eclipse will make the things much more worse than this lunar eclipse. So these were the Medini Jyotish predictions. So now let's move ahead to the individual moon sign predictions.